That's why.
Wake up.
Hey guys, it's Viv
and G.
Welcome to our channel. So we just finished watching episode
10
of Bachelor in Paradise, which is crazy to think it's been 10 episodes already.
I know.
And tonight was crazy, like shocking. It was just really emotional for everyone.
was,
For
yeah.
us, like our jaws were hitting the ground so much tonight. Really upsetting. Really sad.
Broken.
Seriously. Throw that out the window. Let's begin our recap.
So the first date card we get in this episode is to American Jordan. And of course he takes Jenna on this date with him. They have a engagement photo shoot, which was so crazy, but also so adorable.
It was so sweet. I feel like they both thought it was a little awkward, but they went with it, and they're just like the chillest people. They go with the flow. It ended up being the cutest photo shoot ever. And of course, Jordan being the male model, you know, he got every shot. And Jenna's just beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the most photogenic,
I know.
beautiful people. And every picture just came out gorgeous.
Yeah. So after they did the engagement photo shoot, they did a little mock wedding photo shoot, which was so crazy because I said to Viv, like, I've never tried a wedding dress on. And for that first time trying a wedding dress on, like, I feel like that would be such an emotional and special time. So the fact that that was her first time putting a wedding dress on, I don't know, like, I just felt like they kind of took something away from her, and I think she kind of felt that way too.
Yeah, she talks about it being her first time wearing a wedding dress.
Yeah, I just feel like the whole moment was very overwhelming for her. I mean, in the end, she did say that she had such a good time and had so much fun with Jordan on that shoot.
They really did. They ended up in the ocean, like, oh, so cute.
Jenna said that she really can picture such a happy and like healthy relationship with Jordan, which was so amazing to hear. And Jordan expressed that he doesn't think that him and Jenna will ever separate. So that's so crazy that he's saying that. Like, he's so serious about her.
The way Jordan talks about Jenna is the cutest, sweetest thing ever. Like, I love everything that comes out of his mouth for Jenna is just so cute. So after that, we have a new Bachelor arrive in Paradise, and for those who have watched Bachelor in Paradise before, you will know who I'm talking about. His name is Robbie Hayes. His reputation kind of went down the drain last year. He ended the season dating this girl, Amanda, sweetest girl, and at the tell-all after the finale, all these rumors and pictures or something, it's kind of cloudy, I don't really remember the whole story, but pretty much that he had cheated. There was a huge cheating scandal. And so his reputation, all the girls especially, when he came in, were all like, what the heck is he doing here? I kind of felt bad, but if that's how you ended last year.
No, Robbie's such a player.
So he went around to talk to every single girl there, and everyone that he asked pretty much denied him. Basically because everyone's already coupled up. So he ended up with his last choice. He ended up asking Shoshana because she was the only girl that said yes. And they went on a date. It was a nice dinner, no chemistry. Like, they were nice to each other. That's all there was to it. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, it was just basically wasting time for that one night and for him to get a rose.
Yep.
So back on Paradise, we see Joe and Kendall, and Joe brings up engagement, and he's kind of playfully talking about it. You know, he's so goofy that I don't think Kendall was really fully taking him seriously when he was discussing this. But we can tell that Joe really, really cares about Kendall. And something just got thrown off in their conversation, and Kendall just started getting really weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Joe using the word engagement a couple times in there or what. But Kendall got, like, she froze. Like, you could tell something was said, and she was just like,
yeah. She ended up getting up and just going to bed and leaving Joe with so many questions.
Yep.
He had no idea what was going on in her mind, and I think it really upset him.
Yeah, it really threw him off. I can't even imagine being on his end of things. You're leaving him in limbo for the whole night, like.
And then we see going into the next day, it seems like they didn't even talk all day because Joe actually made a comment saying you know, now we're going to the rose ceremony, and I'm still confused about last night. So we see Joe and Kendall talking finally, and Kendall expresses to him, you know, I really love you, I just don't know what that love is. Basically saying she doesn't know if she's in love with him at this point.
It was like the most heartbreaking conversation to watch, because it's like, you think things are gonna turn around. Like, Kendall's asking these questions, and then, no offense to Kendall, because I actually love Kendall and her personality, but I felt like Joe was so in the right. Like, this whole season, whether he said it or not, he showed it through his actions. Like, he didn't kiss anyone else. He didn't go on any other dates. He was literally focused on Kendall this whole time. And then, like, her excuse was, oh, but you've never said any of this.
Yeah. And he literally said, he was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know how I feel about you? Like,
Right.
how are you not seeing this? It was very frustrating to watch for sure. I mean, obviously as the audience, we could see how much Joe cared about her, and I just wish that Kendall saw that as well.
I think she was definitely in her head a lot. Maybe it was just scary. So after this really frustrating conversation, he said, well, I'm not staying. And so it's like, what? My jaw hit the ground so hard. You're leaving? I'm like, Kendall, chase after him. Like, I could have sworn she was gonna like go.
Like, wait, no, I love you.
I love you. Go get your man. He's leaving. Then you see him leave, and in my head, I'm like, maybe she didn't like him as much as we all thought. I don't know. It was really heartbreaking tonight.
Yeah, and he said that, you know, he's gonna miss her so much.
Yeah.
And when she was in the car, she said the same thing. Like, she said, I already miss him. Like, I already want to see him again.
Yeah.
She's so nervous that she'll never see him again in her life. Like, if you're feeling those things, like, don't you think you should have had a little bit more of an in-depth conversation with him, or fought a little bit more for your relationship,
Right.
instead of just ending things completely? So it's safe to say we are very upset about this Kendall and Joe relationship. And we do really hope for the best for both of them, whether they're together or not after this.
Yeah.
But for now, R.I.P. Ken and Joe.
So once they leave, both Kendall and Joe, we still have a rose ceremony, and really everyone at this point is completely paired up.
Yeah.
The only love triangle that there is between Diggy and John for Olivia. So they both set up these cute little like side mini dates for her. Diggy had like a trumpet player come, because on their date there was a trumpet player while they were making out, I think is what he said. So that I thought was actually really thoughtful and super cute. And then John had like a super mini field of like sunflowers. And he said some corny joke about sunflowers relating to the sun. I don't know. So then we end up at the rose ceremony, and we started off with Cassandra picking Jordan. Then it was Shoshana who ended up picking Robbie.
Then we had Annalise and Camille, which a little surprised that she called him her boyfriend. I don't know if we missed that.
We missed it.
Yeah.
Or they didn't show it. Or Annalise made it up in her head.
That's probably it. And then we had Astrid and Kevin.
And then we had Crystal who picked Chris. And I just love how in love Crystal is. She's the
Her
cutest
facial
thing.
expressions.
Oh my gosh, tonight she looked a little psycho. She's like, I love you. Like, eyes bulging out of her face. And then we had Jenna who picked Jordan.
And last but not least, our little love triangle.
Dun dun dun.
We had Olivia who ended up picking John. So sadly, we said bye to Diggy.
Who, on his way home, took the trumpet player home.
Oh my god, so cheesy.
So, the next day, Chris Harrison shows up and gathers everyone and tells them that Paradise is pretty much coming to an end, and that no one else is going to be joining them in Paradise. So, Chris Harrison tells the couples that they pretty much have to dive deep and see if they want to continue as a couple, if they want to break up, or if they want to continue to the fantasy suite. And that is pretty much a night to themselves, no camera crew.
So each couple breaks off and discusses what they're gonna do going forward in Paradise. So first we see Olivia and John, who end up choosing not to go to the fantasy suite, but they did say that they both really liked each other and they wanted to continue this outside of paradise. Yep. So they left paradise hand in hand.
So we have Cassandra and Jordan and Shoshana and Robbie, who both couples just decided to leave paradise as friends.
So then we have the 3 couples that move forward into the fantasy suite, which are Camille and Annalise, Jordan and Jenna, and Chris and Crystal. So yes, you heard that right. It was only those 3 couples that moved on to the fantasy suite. I think the second biggest shocker, right alongside Kendall and Joe, was Kevin and Astrid.
Oh, so sad. So Astrid goes to find Kevin to talk, you know, to pretty much proceed to the fantasy suite. And their discussion just took a turn for like the worst. Like, Kevin started admitting how he wasn't in it 100%, how he hasn't been in it 100%, all of these things. And I'm just like, then, because we've seen it throughout the last couple of episodes, how much they've grown, like their love for one another. And if you were feeling some type of void or some type of way with this person, like, you should have communicated that.
Astrid was completely blindsided by this.
Yep.
And she said to him, you know, if you were feeling this way, why weren't you telling me this? Every single day, the first thing I say to you is, how's your day? How are you feeling today? And I think we've seen how sensitive and emotional Kevin is, and he has been hurt twice in this Bachelor Nation. So it is very difficult for him, but I think that he just kind of needed to have a leap of faith with Astrid, and I think this really could have worked out. To me, I think this was like the realest couple we saw. They were a couple from day one.
No drama.
Yeah, it's so insane. I was not expecting this at all.
Really sad. So then we lead to the fantasy suite, so that night, and we see a little glimpse of every couple, and Annalise and Camille were cute eating some Polish sausage. And we saw Crystal and Chris, you know, getting down and dirty.
God.
And Crystal, dude, oh my gosh, she blindfolds him, is like tickling him with the feather. Then we also saw Jenna and Jordan, who are just the cutest couple. They're so
like
cute.
the last hope I have right now, like seriously.
Yeah.
During Jordan and Jenna's fantasy suite, I think it was the most heartfelt one. They both said that they were in love with each other, and they said, I love you for the first time. And Jenna said, you know, I feel like God sent you to me.
Yeah, she's falling really deep for Jordan.
She was so cute when they were kissing and everything. She's like, oh, you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
after they like
she's
confess
so
their
cute.
love to each other. So basically that wraps up episode 10. We are so excited for tomorrow's episode and the tell-all.
Oh my gosh, the previews for tomorrow look super duper intense. I'm nervous. I'm super nervous for tomorrow.
Same. Yeah.
Okay, so the preview definitely shows someone getting down on one knee and presenting a ring. So someone's getting engaged tomorrow. Who do you guys think is getting engaged? Because our 2 front runners,
I know, we're gone.
are
Like,
gone. So we have been reading this all wrong.
we're awful. Like
Yeah. So it's
No
between 3
predictions.
couples. Who do you guys think are going to get engaged tomorrow?
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see every time we upload a new video. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Take 2. Bye.